Hello there. It's me. New background. New me, maybe. No, probably the same me. Still don't know what I'm talking about. Still don't know what I'm here to say. But, yeah, wait. No, I didn't do the normal intro, did I? Hello, everyone. Is that it? I don't know. Anyway, more disorganized. More of a mess than usual. Been moving. This is my new office. You'll see. It's not fully set up yet. But, we're getting there. What have we got behind me? You can have a quick look. Got some old, like attending player things from Smite events. A winner's medal from the one Smite event I won. Top fundraiser. Vanessa. Craig. Me. Half-eaten bar of soap. And all the other, all the other things you can see behind me there. All the important stuff set up there. I'm in the new flat. So that's why I've not been streaming lately. I have purchased a flat, which is super cool. I mentioned it in my last video. I'm very happy to have done so. I'll be continuing to be very busy over the next little while. Tomorrow morning, I go to Switzerland, spend some time with my girlfriend, and then, who's real, and then I go on to Barcelona to go to Primavera Sound Festival. I think I will stream maybe 1 or 2 days this weekend to stream Smite Masters and be around, because taking breaks is really, really bad. And I am much more skint. Good British word, probably, maybe Scottish, but that means like you don't have much money. I'm much more skint than usual after spending a fortune buying a flat and everything to furnish a flat. Spent the last few days building furniture and painting. This room's been painted. It looks okay, right? It doesn't look too bad. Painted it. If it looks bad, don't tell me, because I'm not repainting it. It's never happening. That was too much effort. Painting. This is the one room in the flat we've painted so far, so you're getting to see the best of it. But yeah, happy to be in and sorted, and yeah, living alone for a little bit, away from my little brother Connor, away from hopefully that Bam who shouts Celtic in my old block of flats. So yeah, good times. And yeah, I figured I'd put a little bit of Smite content in here as well to sate you all, to keep you all coming back, all you Smite fans. So let's hope this works, because I haven't done anything. I've just like set up my PC very recently. I wonder if I can pull that over a bit. Probably not. Oh well, this will have to do. What have I got up? Who knows? Let's go F11. This is the patch notes for 9.5 bonus balance. You've probably seen people tweeting about them. Oh, by the way, audio in here. I think it's a little bit echoey. I think I'm going to have to get some things to fill out the room, like a rug and some other stuff. And then maybe I'll need to get some like panels for the wall to stop the audio being bad. Because I think right now it's a bit like being in an empty hall, you know? I hope it's not too bad for the video. Anyway. Here are the bonus balance patch notes. The reset is happening, which didn't happen. Oh no, my Masters/GM account, which I definitely have loads of because I'm in there. 2750 MMR, that's so low. No, that's higher than I am. This is a good fix. They already did it, but that really pissed me off, to be honest, when they put out this new patch to try and fix things and they broke the play again button. I ended up in a goddamn arena game when I was trying to queue ranked conquest. No offense to arena. It's fun to play with friends casually, but I don't want to solo queue arena ever. Ranked leaderboard's getting fixed. That's nice. I believe they're very, very broken right now. This is some cool info. I read this earlier. I've read like this far. This is just interesting. Conquest matches that end before 15 minutes have decreased from around 14% of all games to 10%, which is a pretty big change. Snowball is not as much, but the games haven't increased in length by that much, only 3 minutes on average. So not too bad. People still F6ing, I guess, plenty of the time, but this is nice. Kills per conquest game have decreased, but not by very much. This is interesting to read. I'll put the patch notes in the description. You can go and read it all yourself, but it seems cool. And then they've decided that Hunters too strong in that patch, which everybody could have told you from the changes. Everybody knew Hunters were going to be too strong and Warriors were going to be too weak from the initial publishing of the changes for the notes. It was very, very obvious that was the way it was going to be. So they decided to address that. and we'll get on to how they're addressing it in a little bit. They're making red weaker, they're making gold weaker, and they are increasing the reward for killing tier 1 towers, which is kind of cool, and decreasing how deadly they are. So towers are becoming weaker, phoenixes are becoming weaker, and gold fury and red buff are being nerfed as well. So that's cool. Okay, what are they going to do in this patch? So this is, they're trying to address here is warriors being weak and hunters being strong, which I definitely think they've addressed. But let's get on to how they've done it. Glad Shield, that is a big buff for warriors. I think it's going to be meta probably in solo and in the jungle if it goes to live in this current state. Blackthorn buffed as well, which suits these kind of warrior jungles and warrior solo laners. You can build this into whether into a magical or physical solo laner at the start of the game. No idea why they're buffing breastplate. Don't buff breastplate, please. Leave it alone. I don't want to see every mid laner doing a Paul and building breastplate every game. I don't understand why they're buffing breastplate. I don't want to see guardians with breastplate. I don't want to see mages with breastplate. I don't want to see breastplate at all, to be honest. And I was already seeing it plenty. I don't think it needed a buff. Maybe it got nerfed in the last patch. I can't remember. But I can't imagine it needed a buff, to be honest. I just don't want to see it. Spectral armor. This needed a buff. This did need a buff, and I think that's a good change. So make it mitigate slightly more. Nemean also needed a buff. So 65% of the AA is blocked rather than 50% now. So this is cool. These are hunter nerfs, right? And even to a lesser extent, physical protection item, warrior item, physical protection item. These are strong against hunters as well. Next, gilded arrows, 7-3 per trigger is a big overall nerf. So the cooldown on gilded is what, 10 seconds, right? So, you know, if you're not losing 4 gold per 10 seconds, that's just absolutely not the case. But let's say you trigger it through the early game. Once every 20 seconds, you manage to get a last hit from it. Or once every 30 seconds even. It's still a pretty big gold loss. But yeah, it's a big change, I think, to Gilded. I think it'll make it fall out of the meta. Maybe we'll finally see Cowl have its moment in the sun. It might finally be Cowl time for hunters. We shall see, though. I think Gilded, it could still be okay. I'm not sure. I would need to test it, and I would need to look at it properly. But I think Gilded might still be buyable. Whether it will be bought, we shall see. Hunter builds tend to gravitate towards one sort of leading build. There always tends to be a most powerful build for hunters, which people stick to. So we'll see what it is. And then Devo's got pretty gutted, losing on the tier 1, 7% to 5%. I mean, it basically doesn't lifesteal already. Tier 1, you're not really feeling tier 1 gauntlets lifesteal too much, I don't think. 10% to 7% on the tier 2, 15 to 10 on the Devo's gauntlet, and so down from 30% to 20% in terms of lifesteal. I think that is a huge-ish nerf, like pretty big. I think it probably makes Bloodforge a better option than Devo's, which isn't often the case. You quite often see people go Bloodforge from behind, but not normally from even. Devo's tends to be the better item, but I think right now Bloodforge, although it's so expensive, could be up there. Deathbringer gets nerfed. Red Deathbringer gets nerfed. Green Deathbringer gets double nerfed. There's just so much going on here. I think, you know, you look at how many hits hunters are taking right now. I think it's too many. Fizzprot in general getting buffed so many times. Spectral and Nemean, which are specific anti-hunter items, getting buffed. And then they get 2 core items in Gilded Arrow and Devo's nerfed as well in their current builds. So we'll see. And Deathbringer, which was also very, very core right now. I think nerfing Envenom Deathbringer is a good idea. I think Deathbringer was a little bit strong, especially this Envenom Deathbringer power spike, making it basically impossible for anybody to box a hunter late game. I think Devo's, I'm not convinced it needed as big of a hit as this, if it needed a hit at all. Gilded, I don't mind that seeing a hit. I think it encourages passive play. Gilded being good, and I don't like passive gold gain generally. It's not passive, it's slightly active, but you know what I mean. Cleaner gets another nerf. Shocker. She been OP for a while, which is, yeah. Decreasing base damage on the first 2 hits from Banshee's Wail. Yep, I know what that is. Decreased base damage on final hit as well. Is that the Scream? I guess that's the Scream. And Flickering Visions gets a nerf as well, which is the shoot it out thing, right? Where she goes invisible. I don't really know about that getting nerfed. Didn't ever feel that strong to me, but maybe it is. It feels like the problems with Kleena are much more to do with her being able to do so much damage while being untargetable more than anything else. Maybe they should increase the damage you take while on a wall, or just make it so you're totally unable to, I don't know. Lifestealing in a wall as well is a bit of a problem. Okay, that's the patch notes. My thoughts are Hunter's over nerfed. I think Warrior's getting buffed is probably the right amount, but Hunter's over nerfed. I think there's too much. I think we'll still see them though. To be honest, I don't think. I mean, people are going to say they're getting nerfed out of the game. Don't agree. I think they will still be picked. I think Zatman will be complaining. He will be complaining, but he won't be playing mages. I don't think mage ADCs are very good right now either, sadly. But yeah, what else has been going on? Scarabs, I guess, is one other topic I can cover very, very quickly. Scarabs fall down to an SCC team. To Dude Man Bro and the boys. Is it the Eldritch Hounds? Is that what they're called? I forget names. Sorry. But I thought that team looked impressive. They took a spill right at the start, right? They lost to Just F6 or the Gilded Gladiators, I think they're called. Maybe it is all up here. In their first game of the event, but then went on to end up qualifying to play up against the big boys in the SPL, beating out the Scarabs to make it through. Super interesting. I think previously the Scarabs were in sort of a perfect storm where I think the meta really suited a couple of their players. Baronic, I think, was playing incredibly towards the end of last season, and I think the meta suited him perfectly. I think he's fallen away from that now. He looks less comfortable in the meta. I think the meta is bad for Scream, is the other thing I would say. And I think Scream individually has stepped off the gas a lot. And it just means that this core in this team are struggling. Scary, I think, from what I saw, I didn't watch all of the, whatever we're calling this event, the Smite Masters or something. I don't know. I didn't watch all of it. But Scary seemed to be doing better than when he was playing online, which is good. So maybe not the problem here. I think Stu was also playing pretty well, but it comes down to the core being unreliable and maybe not comfortable in the new meta. They're going to need to put some grind time in, and they probably don't have that much time, to be honest, before they'll start to look at making drastic measures. So every one of those players has got to start to be sort of concerned for their spot, in my opinion. You got like half of phase 2, I think, to sort things out. If they're halfway through phase 2 and haven't won a set, I would expect to see roster changes on that team. I think it's just not clicking for them right now. They did have a great honeymoon period with Scream, but right now they're certainly not getting one with Scary, and things right now are not clicking for this team. So I think they've really got to get their act together and get their act together quick. We'll see how they adjust as them. I'm looking forward to seeing the SPL meta as well next week. I was expecting to see more Double Hunter. I think we'll probably see some Double Hunter, right? Teams like the Kings, they gotta be running like Neath mid still. Teams like the Warriors, they gotta be running AMC. I'm surprised there was less AMC than I expected in the games that I watched from the SCC side. So I'm expecting to see more Double Hunters as we go forward, probably more magical junglers as well. But I'm really excited to see how all these teams perform, how the Dragons adjust to the meta will be interesting, what Pagon's got up his sleeve. Very, very exciting. So yeah, I'll hopefully see you this weekend. Again, traveling tomorrow. Maybe Soggy will be streaming. I will get in contact with him and see what he feels like doing. But for now, thank you all for watching. This has been a bit all over the place. and I shall hopefully see you this weekend with a stream. Bye.